But first, our top focus today, Delhi has been ranked as the worst polluted city in the world by the World Health Organization. And it's not just the capital city, 13 other Indian cities have made it to that list.
And CNN has now launched a campaign to raise awareness about this issue. Today, we're bringing you a special report on how poor air quality is affecting the health of children. Here's Meenakshi Upreti with our top story.
All but 7-month-old Harsh has already developed severe respiratory problems, thanks to Delhi's polluted air. After he had been coughing and wheezing to sleep for many nights, his mother took him to a doctor, only to realize he could be developing serious lung disorders.
जब मैं बच्चे को बाहर ले जाती हूँ, उनमें प्रदूषण मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाता है और नेबुलाइजर देना पड़ता है.
Even scarier is the study on 11,000 school-going children in Delhi by Kolkata-based Chittaranjan National Cancer Institute, which found that 43.5 children suffered from poor or restrictive lungs. 15% of the children surveyed complained of frequent eye irritation, 11.2% of nausea and 7.2% of palpitation.
In last few months, we've been writing more medical certificates for them to be absent from school.
Because of the small size of the air tubes, there is more little phlegm formation, and that causes more obstruction.
But it's not just children who are affected. Data from major hospitals show that Delhi has lost the gains it made after switching to CNG, as the number of cases, though went down initially, started seeing a major spike after RSPM level rose to 316 in 2014 from 161 in 2007. At AIIMS, where there were around 10,000 OPD cases for respiratory ailment in 2005-2006, it went down to around 9,000 in 2007-8, but then touched an all-time high of over 37,000 in 2014-2015.
The momentum was not sustained, and very often a lot of us, especially policymakers, felt that that was enough.
Even as the government has launched real-time monitoring of air quality in the country, doctors feel a lot more needs to be done.
But I'm not sure it's going to make a big dent. I think we need to focus on the causes of this pollution and try and stop it there.
With over 20 lakh children suffering from serious respiratory disorders in the national capital, doctors are now advising parents to leave the city to save their children from fatal lung diseases. Though the NGT has now ordered a ban on diesel vehicles older than 10 years, the big question is that enough? With camera person Dipender in New Delhi, Meenakshi Upreti.
Actress Kalki Kochalan has joined our campaign. In fact, CNN's Shubhajit Sengupta caught up with the actor yesterday, who says it's time for us to get our act together and leave a better world for our children.
We are right now in Delhi, and we've been called to be the worst and the most polluted city.
Yeah, it used to be Beijing, and now we've passed them, and Delhi is the most polluted city in the world. So I think it's scary because a lot of people don't even know it, you know. And first thing is just to be aware of it, and it's affected a huge population. I think a lot of people are suffering from asthma. Kids especially are the most vulnerable to problems from childhood. So it's something that we need to be aware of. Right now, immediate things are protection and protecting our kids, but in the future, we need to find a way to reduce it as well. Pregnant women who are exposed to too much pollution are more likely to have children with autism, give birth to children with autism. So, it's having an effect on a lot of things that we're not even aware of, not even told about. So I just wanted to be part of it in order for people to hear more about it.
It more or less appears as if the time to take action was actually yesterday. So as soon as something is done about it, the better it is.
Yes.
So in that, would you like to ask the citizen of the country to also join hands? We have that attitude, Sarkar Dekhlega, government will do it. So do you think it's time to involve the people as well?
I mean, absolutely. I think that's why I like to talk about these things, because I think we are our government. We select them. We are a democracy. So it's up to all of us, each of us, to be aware of our rights, aware of why we're getting sick or suffering from certain things, and find ways for ourselves to live better this life and for our future, for our children.
And joining us in the studio is Dr. Rajiv Uttam. He is the Director of Pediatric Intensive Care and Pulmonology at Max Hospital. Doctor, I'd like to ask you, in your experience of treating children and patients who come in to you, what is the manifestation that you've observed of air pollution, the long term as well as the short term?
Okay, let's talk about, if you talk about a short-term manifestation, children who are already suffering from respiratory problems like asthma, their incidence increases manifold.
Okay.
We notice, especially if you notice at the time of Diwali, when there are a lot of firecrackers are burned, there are a lot of people coming for the respiratory issues.
Right.
Similarly, there is increase in cough, breathing difficulty, more children come to you with infection, and the long-term effects are actually quite well evidenced now, quite well known. These mean that there is an increased incidence as well as the exacerbation of asthma problems, in the children. There is increased cough, there is increased incidence of respiratory infections, there is an incidence of headache, the child is not able to concentrate, red eyes, itchy eyes, all these are short-term things. And in the long term, it's been found that, according to WHO in 2014, about 7 million premature deaths happened because of pollution. And quite a few of them, I think mostly of them were in children as well. So children suffer from both sides, because why children suffer more than adults is more children spend more time outdoors. When your lungs actually develop by the age of 6 years.
Right.
So the child, when he's growing, if it is exposed to more air pollution at that time, he is likely to have bad lungs.
Right.
And children, when they breathe, take about 50% more air than an adult lung.
Right.
So you can see more air pollution going into the children lung, and the children lungs, when they're developing, exposed to such a high pollution levels, they never become healthy.
Right, but doctor, like you're telling us, that the effects are long-term and really worrying, but the fact remains that Delhi today is the world's most polluted city. So what can parents do at home to sort of mitigate the effects of air pollution? What are the steps that we can take at home to sort of limit the impact of air pollution on children?
Well, it's true. We have, unfortunately, the distinction of being the most polluted city in the world at the moment, but not everybody can leave the city. It's not possible.
Right.
For the parents, the most sensible thing they can do is to reduce the air pollution actually inside. This is what is in our hand. We do not have much control over the outside air pollution, but what we can minimize it, if somebody is smoking in house, tobacco smoke, that is the worst for any child. So if some household member is smoking in the house, he should absolutely quit. Second, in Delhi especially, we have all gas, for our cooking, but there are houses outside Delhi or just at the periphery which are still using, dung and biomass and coal and wood for their fire. So that is again a very, very big source of particulate matters, especially inside the house, and it remains in the house for a much longer time. So if they can switch over to a sort of fuel which is less damaging to the child, this is one. Especially do not have paint and sprays and things like that in the house for the child who is already suffering from a respiratory problem, and try to clean the house. And there is no point having carpets, because carpets, we are not the city which has no dust. So there is dust everywhere. We just need to make sure that the carpets are not there, the house is clean. And if a child is suffering from a respiratory problem, if there are pets in the house with a lot of hair, that makes the condition worse. So these are few sensible things parent can take. And if your child has got respiratory issues or and don't self-medicate. It is better to go to a specialist or a doctor early and take care of that thing, and do not just go and take cough syrups if the cough is not going away.
Doctor, what do you think, apart from children, what are the groups that are most susceptible to effects from the rising air pollution? Pregnant women, old people, do you think?
Extreme ages, like children and elderly people. Right. Now there is more evidence and research is focusing than if the pregnant ladies are exposed to, if the ladies are exposed to air pollution, there is more chance of a fetal loss. You can just have an abortion. Okay. The baby which is born is intrauterine growth retardation when the baby is small, and the baby which is born is also of less weight. Okay. So this is the effect we are seeing in pregnant ladies. So it's not only the children and even an unborn child who is whose mother is exposed to pollution is at risk. Elderly people, especially, a lot of people suffer from what you call COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and the pollution makes it really worse. So we are seeing, especially in last few months, when the weather has been very unpredictable. About 60 to 70% of our in-hospital admissions at the moment is of respiratory origin.
Right.
So the manifestations are far spread.
Far-reaching.
Far-reaching.
And elderly, because of we always suffer from more cardiovascular problems in elderly people. Your blood pressure, hypertension, there's more risk of stroke. In children, there is more risk of seizures. So it is like a multi-system problem. It is just not only the respiratory issues. The child or the person is affected all over the body.
It's just the tip of the iceberg, and the effects are far-reaching. Thank you, Dr. Rajiv Uttam, for joining us today on Breakfast with India. This is our top focus here. We're telling you what you can do to combat air pollution across India.
India has the world's worst polluted city and home to 13 of the world's most polluted cities. It has the highest number of deaths from respiratory diseases. Why is our air poisonous? How can we fight air pollution? India's choked cities. Watch a special campaign by CNN-IBN.
And in a bid to control air pollution in the national capital, the Delhi government has directed its officials to crack down on open burning of garbage and plastic.
Now, to ensure strict enforcement, the Delhi government has also started a WhatsApp helpline number on which complaints against burning garbage and waste material can be sent. All district deputy commissioners have been instructed to ensure regular inspections as well. This decision comes days after Delhi has been ranked as the most polluted city in the world.
Prime Minister Modi is in Germany for his second leg of the three-nation tour. Today, the Prime Minister will inaugurate the Indo-German Summit in Hanover alongside Angela